Keep an eye on Thank You. Now to the latest headlines on the fight against COVID-19. Here are the stories we're following for you this morning. A new milestone. The number of cases across the world now tops 1 million. Nearly a quarter of those are right here in the U.S. And while the death toll is climbing, hundreds of thousands of people have made full recoveries. Matagorda County is the latest in our area to issue a shelter-in-place order. And a third resident has now died from COVID-19 complications at a senior living complex in the Woodlands. Across the greater Houston area, we've passed 1,600 cases, most of those in Houston in Harris County. And of course, the virus isn't just impacting our health. Millions of Americans are now out of a job, tens of thousands right here in Texas. Our Michelle Choi joining us now. Michelle, more than 275,000 Texans filed for unemployment just last week.
That's right, Xavier. And the week before that, more than 155,000 Texans filed for unemployment. Record numbers. Officials here at Texas Workforce Commission say they're working hard to keep up with. And at this rate, TWC says we'll surpass all of 2019's unemployment claims within a 1-month span. Now, there have been a lot of problems reported with workers attempting to file claims, something TWC says it's been working to fix by hiring more people to answer calls. They also tell us new rules allows for payments to, for the first time, be retroactive. That means you can collect unemployment for the time period since you first lost work. Now, for those of you looking for work right now, the good news is, guys, there are jobs out there. And the #1 industry hiring is healthcare, with an estimated 1,300 jobs available within a 30-mile radius of Houston. CVS is also hiring with nearly 700 jobs in the greater Houston area. But the competition is fierce, and while the job situation is bleak, guys, just know that you are not alone. Agencies like the Texas Workforce Commission say they will help you. It just may take a little bit of time. We're also here to help you guys as well. We've got a full list of unemployment and job resources on our website at KHOU.com. Guys, back to you.
Important information. Michelle, thank you. Houston's energy sector is also feeling the economic impact. And while oil prices rallied yesterday, an expert we spoke with thinks the energy industry is in for a long slump. Because of COVID-19 stay-at-home orders and growing unemployment, there are fewer drivers on the road, and that means lower demand for gas.
What many of the producers, the small independents, are facing is the same problem that the Christmas tree seller has on January 1. There's no one there to buy your trees.
Gas is now selling for under $2 per gallon statewide, and we've already seen furloughs at some Houston companies, with others expected to follow suit. The good news is University of Houston economist Ed Hurst says he thinks overall Texas should be able to weather the financial storm.
The oil rally helped pad your 401k a little bit. We head to Wall Street next as your Rush Block rolls on.
Wall Street rallied for its first gain in 3 days thanks to that oil rally and news from the White House. President Trump said he expects Russia and Saudi Arabia to back away from their price war. 90% of the country is now under stay-at-home orders, with more than 220,000 confirmed cases of the coronavirus nationwide. Off the coast, 2 cruise ships struggling with the virus finally docked in Florida after days at sea. Houston's first responders testing positive. 17 HPD employees have the virus. 1 officer is on a ventilator, and 12 firefighters have also tested positive, with more than 170 quarantined.
We're urging you to stay home before this thing hits home.
More Houston Metro employees also have the virus. 5 employees have now tested positive. That includes a Metro Lift contract driver who was on the job last week. Metro will contact riders who may have been exposed. His symptoms aren't the ones you hear about. A Missouri City Councilman is recovering from COVID-19. Jeffrey Bonney says his symptoms were mostly digestive.
Kind of loss of appetite. I had some heavy diarrhea, a bit of pain in my stomach.
Days later, he was in the ICU.
He says if people hear one thing from his story, if you think you should get tested, don't let them turn you away.
And that's your Rush Block on this Friday morning.
It is 5:07. A new warning for the White House about coronavirus and how it can spread. It claims the virus can spread easier than we thought. But question is it true? Marcelino Benito connects the dots.
Startling reports now claim that coronavirus is airborne, meaning it could spread just by breathing or talking, but the experts can't agree. Let's connect the dots. First up, where these reports are coming from. CNN says a chairman of a committee with the National Academy of Sciences told the White House Wednesday night that multiple studies point to COVID-19 being aerosolized, which means infected people could spread the virus by talking and breathing, not just by coughing and sneezing. That news caused officials to start rethinking the recommendations on the general public wearing face coverings. But not everyone agrees with these findings. The World Health Organization has said there is not sufficient evidence to suggest the virus is airborne. They still believe it is primarily spread through tiny droplets that are coughed or sneezed out. The people who study airborne respiratory illnesses say that getting solid information could take years, and right now it is better to err on the side of caution. Connecting the dots, I'm Marcelino Benito for H-Town Rush.
Marcelino, thank you. And CBS News reports today the White House will issue recommendations for Americans to cover their face while in public, but that'll stop short of an order.
If you look for it right now, there is a lot to celebrate, even if we don't have a big party to go along with it. Birthdays, anniversaries, milestones. We want to focus on what is good in your life right now. You can post on social media with the hashtag KHOU celebrate, or I have another method in just a moment. But first, let's give a shout out to Shirley, who not only turned 62 today, she's also retiring from the Postal Service. So congratulations to Shirley. This little guy turns 6. His name's Levi. Very happy birthday from his aunt there. And then a few more birthdays to run down. It's Stefana's first. Caden is turning 12. Number 17 for Haley. It's 39 for Mark. He got a little love from Natalie, Alyssa, and Michael. And Christina down there at the end turns 35. Happy birthday, guys. And a very belated birthday to these 3 brothers. They all had birthdays in the past few weeks, but Mom says they're bummed that they didn't get to have parties to go along with it. I get it. So Cameron, Carnell, and Carson, happy 11th, 10th, and 9th birthdays to you. And Gigi and Papa wanted to wish a happy birthday to Jackson, who turned 2 back on March 22nd. And I love this. I didn't get a name, but Dad here celebrated his birthday on March 25th. His daughter stole his phone and texted that in to make sure that we gave him a shout out. Do you have someone you want us to celebrate? You need to text us a photo and give us a little information. What's their name? What are they celebrating? So how many years old are they, or how many years anniversary are they celebrating? Text that to 713-526-1111. And even if it's a couple days out, you can still text us. I'm filing everything away so we can give them a shout out. Erica's here now with the one thing you need to know.